Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? All right. So today we are going to I am actually in this video, I'm actually going to be showing you how to create a professional business letter using Microsoft Word step by step. And perfect if you've never used the software before, that's what I'm here for. I got you covered. So let's get right into it. So as you can see here, this is Word, and we're going to open up a blank document. Okay. Now we're going to set up the page. Okay. So we are going to go actually over to the home, and we're just going to set our font in size. I'm going to do Times New Roman, and it's already set to 12. And so that's the 12. That's the size you want your font, your text, excuse me. Okay. Now we're going to set the margins, and you want to go ahead and go over to your layout here. Click on margins, and always make sure it's at normal. Okay. All right. Now we're going to do our spacing. We're going to go back to the home button tab here. We're going to go to paragraph. All right. We're actually going to click on, excuse me. We're going to click on the small arrow here. And we're going to do before and after spacing. So add space before. Oh, excuse me. No, we don't want to do that. Sorry. Line spacing options. And we need to set the before and after spacing to 0. Hit OK. Then we need to do the line spacing. So we're going to go back to where we were just at. Hit the little arrow. Line spacing options. And you want to go for your line spacings. We're going to do a single line for the business letter. Hit OK to default to that setting. And then we're actually going to go in and start using our tabs. And so what we want to do is go to View. And we actually want to hit Check Ruler. So the ruler is already set, but you want to go ahead and check the ruler. Make sure that's set. All right, and then you want to click the ruler set. So you want to set it to 3.5. And so we're going to click on the ruler to set. And let me see if I can find my ruler here. Well, my ruler's already checked. So a left tab stop at 3.5 inches. See, I just clicked on 3.5. That's your left tab. You want to just put your tab right there. Okay. And what this does, it's a tab key that aligns, just keep everything in alignment. Okay. All right. So now what I am actually going to do is I actually already have one set up here. So that is, you should be set your page, get those settings done. Now what we're going to do is I already have my format here already typed out. You're going to start typing everything here. Since you've already set your page, we set our tabs, we set our font already, point and size, we set our tab, we set our line spacings, our margins, okay? So we've basically done setting up the page. Once you're done setting up the page, you need to come over here. You're going to start typing. Where my cursor's at right here, that's where it's going to start typing. This is the business letter format you are going, you should have the final product pretty much in Word. You're going to start with your address at the top. And so what you want to do is do 1, 2, 3 Main Street and hit enter. Now, that's how I've got everything to align underneath each other, is by hitting enter every time I type in. And y'all love my little example here, LOL Cheese, Texas. And so you got to have your information at the top. And then you want to have your city, state, and zip. Next, you'll want to do you're going to just hit enter. Enter will just allow you see that when I hit enter, and it just allows you more space. That's how you'll create the space. So you'll go ahead and put your date that you're drafting the letter. Now you're going to do the recipient address. Recipient address is who you're sending it to. This is a business letter, so we are addressing it to Mr. Leon Cheese, the corporation, and then the business address. The same thing that you did for yourself, you have to do for the recipient. Okay. Next, you'll want to make sure you type in your greetings. You need to have a greetings, and then the greetings is going to be directed to business owner or whoever you're addressing the letter to. Once you do that, you just want to enter is going to be your best friend. You don't have to do anything because you've already set your page. Your thing is going to be typing and enter. Okay. So once you do the Dear Mr. Cheese, because that's who I have the recipient name underneath, you're going to do a body paragraph 1. Body paragraph 1 is going to basically state the letter of intent. So for an example, I am interested in a sales associate position at your company XXX Corporation that I've seen the listing on your website. I truly feel that I will be a good asset based on my experience and my accolades, and then paragraph body 2, you need to be explaining, kind of sell yourself a little bit, kind of talk about your experience. Okay. Now you don't want to overwhelm. You don't want to put too much in a letter. Okay. Just state just enough. Next, you want to end with the closing. Your closing should always have some type of consideration, appreciation. I'll always say the gratitude is attitude. So as you can see, for an example, I put, thank you for considering my application. I look forward for the opportunity to discuss how I can be an asset to your company and my fellow colleagues. Sincerely, my name. Okay. Next, I'm actually going to show you about like formatting the text. And what I mean by that is certain text in your business letter that you emphasize. Like, so for instance, you can see I already have my name bolded. I want my name to stand out. So I'm going to highlight my name and I'm going to actually unbold it. You see, it's back to Times New Roman 12 point. I'm going to highlight my name again, and I'm actually going to hit the B. I just bolded out my letters, bolded out my name. Or if you don't like the bold, highlight it again, hit the I, and you can italicize your name. If you don't like the italicized, that's okay. Let's just say you want to underline your name and keep it italicized. And you don't want to do italicized or bold, you can just underline your name. But that's how you can underline different text within your letter. You can actually see where I did it up here on my date. And again, I just highlighted it, your text that you want to underline, and you're going to hit the little U. And then if you cover over each of your features here, it's going to tell you underline there. Okay. So this is just how you would create your letter using word processing. Okay. Next, I want to make sure that you have your spelling and grammar, up to date and defaulted to. You're going to go over to review. As you can see, we're already in that tab. But right here is where it says spelling and grammar. You want to make sure you have the spelling and grammar checked. Now, if you feel you're okay with grammar pull beings, you can just check on spelling. But most of all, you want to default to spelling and grammar. It's a formal letter. So just remember, business letters are formal. And if it's formal, it has to be professional. Okay, so you want to make sure your spelling and grammar is up to date. All right, the last thing you could do if you want to expand your vocabulary in your text, you can use the thesaurus. So let's just say I want to go back down to where the body of my paragraph is right here. And I'm going to type in, I'm just going to highlight considering. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm already in the review tab. I'm going to hit the thesaurus. What's going to happen is you're going to, since you already highlight your word and default over here, you're going to hit the little search, the magnifying glass to search. And what's going to happen is you're going to have your adjective, excuse me, your adjectives come up, or excuse me, not adjectives, but you're going to see your conjunctions here you can use that come up. So seeing as, thank you for seeing my application. If I want to do seeing instead, I can just click on seeing. Well, let's just say you're looking for other words. Like I said, expanding your vocabulary. You want to come over here and see what other words you can use that mean the same thing. Okay. You can go to your thesaurus and look up that information. Okay. So yeah, you can click on thesaurus and show the synonyms and how you can insert them into your text. And you can go back right here. What you may want to look at some word that means opposite words from that. You may want to use up a more expanded word. So that is how you do your thesaurus and kind of look up things like that. Another thing that you could do if you're writing a business letter and you're wanting to paraphrase something, you could do your references up here. And you can actually insert citation, clicking this right here. You can add a new source. And you'll want to make sure you have the source, whether you're doing a journal, you have a website, you need to enter in the author, the title, the year, the city, the publisher. You want to enter in all that information. Okay, so you can make sure you're reciting your references correctly. Okay, let's just say you want to insert a very resonated quote that that is professional, obviously, and you want to just leave a good impression once they receive your letter. You can do that, but just then that's when you want to come in and you'll use your insert your citation, on to give where you got the quote. Just want to make sure you get them their credibility. Okay. That's pretty much how you'll want to create your business letter using word processing. Of course, it's already saved, but you'll want to go and hit file. And you'll normally hit save as, but since I already have it saved here, it's not gonna give me that option. But generally we'll say save as, or if you want, you can make sure the auto save button is on up here. in your Word document, and it'll automatically save to what you want it to be. And you can actually, when you hit, so you see how it's off right now, and it's just defaults to document in one Word. When if I hit automatic save, see what it's doing, how you want to save it, and it's going to go to your bring up your OneDrive, and you'll name the document. Okay. I want to thank you all for joining me. I hope that I was able to give you a great tutorial, and go be great. Go create more business letters. Remember, don't hesitate to practice. Practice makes perfect. That way, when your opportunity presents itself, you're going to be sharp. Okay. So please feel free to leave your comments and your concerns or questions, and I'll be happy to assist you in any way I can. Go be some great writers. Bye-bye.